Good morning. I'm in the Minifig News. Good morning. I'm the Minifig News guy in the the weekly Zoo News Center. In the news this week, a bid rigging scandal has had a trial for a bid rigging scandal for that lasted more than 2 years. Was the officials were found guilty on the in a trial in Copenhagen yesterday. A 35-year-old Copenhagen woman has been arrested for drug possessions. The ICE, apparently she was a foreign national. The ICE detained her and will be exporting her or deporting her in the coming days. Forecasts seasonally cooler this week. Temperatures in the low to upper 30s, some 40s elsewhere, but who knows, the next 10 days it could get warmer. Let's hope not. Right now it is 28 going up to 39 in downtown Copenhagen. In the weekly news center, this is the Minifig News guy, and now let's go to the weekly zoo. Alrighty, thank you, MNG. Am I on here? I don't know what audio source. I don't want to screw things up again. All right, thank you, MNG, and welcome to the Weekly Zoo. If we can get audio one, I'm a little bit skeptical here. Hello, everybody. This is the Weekly Zoo. I'm not seeing any return audio here. What are we doing here? Okay, we are here. Welcome, everybody. It is the Weekly Zoo, and this is your fellow zookeeper here. And I'm not sure we're getting any audio out to Digital One. I am so sorry. All right, can you hear me? Okay. If worse comes to worse, we're just going to...
Just thinking 5 times as fast as...
Bing, 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 bing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, welcome to the Weekly Zoo. I'm having an audio problem yet again. Oh, hello. I just heard myself. Hello? I'm not hearing anything. God help us. All right, let's just do. Can we flip to the other microphone for recording purposes? We're just gonna switch over to another microphone. Stand by a moment. Oh shit! Where is my microphone? Oh, wait a minute. Can you hear me? Can you hear me again? Hello? 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 I don't understand why we're not working today, but it seems to be one of those things. Okay, that's part of the problem. let's go back. Okay, you cannot hear me. Alrighty then, we're just gonna... Okay, alright, apologies for the delay here, technical problems, alright, we're just gonna go and, we are told that the weekly zoo will be on a nightly basis from Monday through Thursday from 10 to 11 Eastern Time on Digital One. So just an FYI on that. We're not going to play too much audio, given that our audio board is so screwed up right now, and there's again in January, I'm sorry, we said January, we don't have a specific date of when the new show is going to go up. We're told that Digital One likes my content, even though I'm a raunchy person here, that we're going to be doing this on like I said, in January. So hopefully January 2nd is, I believe, our start date. So we have nearly a month to build out our new studio, or yet another build here on the zoo here. Let's talk about Coyote Watch, Minifig News Guy. Let's go to the Minifig News Guy for the latest on Wildy Coyote Kelly Ayotte. To the news center we go, Minifig News Guy. And we're brought to you by, hold on. We are brought to you by from TechieCrafts, techieCrafts.clickford.net. I almost mentioned your other site, but use the Weekly Zoo on the checkout for the latest, and you can get savings by going on to TechieCrafts. Alrighty, Coyote Watch again. Wildy Coyote, this right-wing nut job, has continued to build more low-rent friends, and let's go to Coyote here. Rico Petrocelli, the former Sox player and the Candlepins for Cash, the low-rent version of Don Gillis's show, endorsed Kelly Ayotte. And according on the picture posted by Ayotte, it reads, Red Sox legend Rico Petrocelli, Nashville, endorses Kelly Ayotte, governor. God, these people don't know how to write anymore. I mean, this is why you need to bring them into freaking public schools. Ayotte said that Kelly is a tough conservative that we need in Concord who will fight to keep our state safe. From what? And prosperous and free. From who? I've known Kelly and her family for years, and I'm proud to endorse her campaign for governor. National business owner. I love how these people own things. And Red Sox legend Rico Petrocelli. And you know, I'm not a big fan of small businesses, the most corrupt enterprises. You know, and then again, if Kelly Ayotte was the AG, she could have thrown a lot of small businesses in jail. But no, on her website, she basically said she threw violent offenders to jail. That's not the role of the Attorney General. Her job is to oversee the her job. Okay, let's go. Okay, make fake news, guys. Just hold on a minute. Kelly Ayotte's role is basically to oversee the Supreme Court system, not to throw violent offenders in jail. That's not the job of the Attorney General. And again, New Hampshire, you want to talk about big government, you right-wing nut jobs? Why does the state operate all the courts? It used to be in the jurisdiction of the counties. Why is the state running the developmental services? That's all state control now. They control the taxes. You want to talk about cutting the taxes? Get rid of the freaking DRA. But no, this right-wing nut job, this xenophobic cunt, and I'll look into the camera. Your cunt smells, Kelly Ayotte. You're evil. Oh, can we just stop? Can we get someone young, cute, and sexy to run run for governor, please, not something that's geriatric, because, Gen Xers are like the average age. Just saying. Anything news got continue for our Coyote Watch. Okay, Kelly Ayotte also posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, from an NH Journal, which is just a propaganda, literally a propaganda news agency, lack thereof. The people in New Hampshire are good people. This is why they had to bring protesters from out of state. Again, her world of something from Mass must be evil. It's not her. She can't be evil, right? Ayotte was speaking on the fact of anti-Semitic protesters at the Merrimack-based Ayotte Systems. Again, I would not take her anti-Semitism. I would say just use caution there. Yes, we need a tough conservative in the corner office that can win this race and beat back the left's foolish plans to increase taxes on working families and small businesses. As governor, I will never allow the Democrats to increase taxes or impose an income tax. Hashtag MH politics. I love how they use formal, I love how they use these formal words and they talk like low-rank cunts. Just saying. Oh, God, Kelly, you are a hot mess. You really should be turning yourself into the Attorney General's office. Cunt. Cunty, Kelly. Well, what else did she post on X, formerly known as Twitter? I think that's all we have right now. Kelly, the thing, MNG, I just want to say, Kelly is, she's gonna go south as Mussolini next week. I mean, just mark my words. And she never really, again, typical New Hampshire bureaucrat, okay? Or aspiring. She never replies to any, she's always broadcasting her tweets or X posts, but she'll never, respond. She'll never, she never responds to anything. She just, again, that's typical authoritative teacher-student power indifferentials. And again, I don't freaking care. This woman should be freaking... Alright, I'm going to tell you how I really feel. I'm going to look to the camera for my Digital One audience as well. Okay? I don't encourage people doing anything nefarious here. Okay? Unlike Alfred Baldessaro, who said some really outlandish shit on Jeffrey Cooner's show and Howard Lawrence's car show. Remember what he said about... You could go Google Alfred Baldessaro. Londonderry's an evil town. I hope something happens to him. Hope the mob comes for him. Now, I didn't encourage anybody. Again, idealization versus action, right? Alright? Kelly Ayotte, due process. Have the Attorney General go through the grand jury, prosecution, whatever, put her in a trial of her peers. Hopefully it's all fake lawyers. And if she was guilty for deleting emails pursuant to white-collar crime, aka the FRM scandal, I'd love to see her executed live on WMUR. There, I said it. Yeah, due process, and if the capital punishment fits the crime. We don't have a lot of jails in New Hampshire. Nope. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Again, white-collar crime is now considered okay behavior for the last 25 years. Thank you, Baba and Monica. Okay? Because, Ann Coulter, whether you love her or hate her, she was onto something. She was literally onto something that if we're not going to hold the president to any high crimes or misdemeanors, then what does that mean going downstream? Kelly Ayotte violated the New Hampshire RSA 91A, the right to know law, the Sunshine Law for state and local governments. She essentially deleted emails. I get 1,000 emails a day. And guess what? The union leader, WMUR, Public UCID, bought into it and gave her the fucking federal Senate seat. If she can't go, I mean, if you can't do the legal shit, sorry. If you can't do the legal process of prosecuting people to not even the minimalist extent of law, then why do we have laws in the first place for people who are in professional class? Because the New Hampshire bureaucrats treat the citizens as adversaries. It's fucking fascism. And this cunt, what happens if she doesn't win the election? I mean, I'm not saying Joyce Craig is the greatest, but hey, if she wins, is she gonna start claiming the elections every? Is she gonna start? And we do not encourage because New Hampshire is Congress is very intolerant. The government is very intolerant. Okay, so if you even go even close, you could get, criminalized. I mean, Ayotte wants to criminalize marijuana. What has that done? What has Mass Holes done to you personally, Kelly? You choose to live in Nashua. You choose to think that, that there's so many things in this state that Kelly is trying to her stupid, apologies again. happy Wednesday or Thursday. Okay, Kelly's marketing here is the New Hampshire border, right? That implies one thing. The woods, which means real New Hampshire, because the cities are the fake New Hampshire. So she's picking and choosing as a governor wannabe who's going to be the winner and who's going to be the loser. Okay, if you're not white, you're not straight, you're not Christian, because again, this whole thing with in Merrimack with Kelly, she's just pandering to the Jewish audience. Okay, I think she has undertones of anti-Semitism, if you ask me, because French Canadian Catholics are not the tolerant people. I did a search on that. They're not the greatest people on this planet. Okay, Ayotte is very, very close to Donald Trump. She loves Donald Trump. She's not saying that, but she's saying the silent. She's not saying the obvious stuff, but we all know she's been blowing dog whistles. And if she gets elected, she's gonna allow interstate terrorism. She's gonna just start, attacking Massachusetts people because they're from Massachusetts. Okay, what if I said the same thing about Union, Kelly? I find Nashua people to be the most despicable people in this state. What if I said that, whenever something happens in this town, oh, it's those damn Nashua people. How would that make you feel, Kelly? Evil. The devil created that cunt. She's very, very evil, very self-centered. Her worldview is New Hampshire. Literally, there's nothing else. The borders is some wall, and she doesn't understand that you need to have good relationships with your neighbor, even if they're Democrats. You can't just create animosity and adversaries to the other party. She's a Malcolm Thompson with heels. This woman is so fucking evil that, Adam Sexton is probably giving her a blowjob. I am not kidding by this. Because that's how bad our media is. Our media is not holding this bitch accountable. She's evil. And just because we share the same legal last name. Because funny, when she got married to her husband, she didn't submit. Oh, I thought the pearly fanboys would say, oh, you must submit to your husband. This is why we're very independent. We're so wild. No wonder why we don't have many friends in the state. Oh, because we want to live our own de-standardized life. And the problem is when you don't have a standard. I mean, it's so freaking hilarious. because we're gonna play Victor Hansen, Davis Hansen, the right wing nut job in California. I was just kidding on the latter part. But this is what happens. This is what happens when you when you don't believe in, if you don't believe in something, you will believe in anything. And that's what these conservatives are. That's what they used to say about the so-called liberals or the left, as Kelly likes to say. Because, again, when we start to make our own fellow citizens as enemies, when our bureaucracy in New Hampshire treats us like we're students and they're the teachers, it's like there's all these boundaries, and it's like inhumane. Kelly Ayotte is a fucking coyote. She's not a human. She's scum. She's evil. You know, I keep calling her a conservative. She's a conservative. An evil right-wing nut job. Evil. And this woman ought to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And our media needs to stop. You know, let me take the microphone here. It's here on the workspace here. Sorry, it's really messy here. Apologies. You can't really see it, but you know, this is what Channel 9 does. Okay, they give the microphone to you. It's like the Hi Mom station, you know, the Hi Mom, Hey Mom, you know, and they do this kind of shit. And yeah, you know, everyone wants to get seen on TV. It's who's the narcissist? The state is full of narcissists. Conservatives are narcissists. Alright, we're going to go to a news break in a moment. Digital one, I'm sorry, got a little late on my ring here. We'll be back in a moment here. This is the Weekly Zoo. And this is the minifig news guy for the Weekly Zoo in the Weekly Zoo News Center. We have a couple stories to report you on this week here. The Mini-Brick State budget, apparently on a recent audit on the state government, showed that the state had not a surplus. It was originally reported to have a surplus of 11.3 million, but the state government apparently used a questionable accounting. The Mini-Brick State Attorney General is not looking into it, claiming it's an honest mistake. Roads right now, the Mini-Brick State Thruway going northbound on 395 going into the capital region, no problems to report. 291 heading outbound of the city. There's an accident on exit 8 getting outside the city tunnel. Going southward right now, there is no problem support. In Metrolink Miniland, the Clixotos Parkway northbound, there is an accident on exit 17 near the Elizabeth City line. Southbound Clixotos on the other side of Elizabeth, there is an accident on exit 14. 293, no problems to report. The Miniland Expressway, problem on exit 13 in Merrimack, no issues there. No problems to report in New Hampshire at this point. We'll check our traffic update in another 15 minutes away. This is the Minifig News Guy in the Weekly Zoo News Center.
Their teeth are like race or ghosts in the wilderness. He drove them completely crazy.
Yeah.
So, Victor, I have a final, really hard question. Should I move to a farm?
A farm? Well, I live on a farm, so I'm prejudiced. I live in the same house that my great-great-grandmother built. Well, there's not enough farm.
Okay, so that's Victor Davis Hanson. You might see him on targeted ads from Hillsdale College in Michigan because, you know, there's this fetishization of the left, the woke, the certain conservatives are now more obsessed about racism, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he's on, this clip is from PragerU. Don't know what the U means. It implies it's university, but speaking about this, there is a local connection here in New Hampshire because we have accepted PragerU as legitimate content to use in the classroom. Good God. And you wonder why certain parts of Generation Z is stupid as fuck. You thought millennials were bad? Millennials lacked sense. At least they had some smarts. They were the last smarter generation. Because now with some parts, if they were raised by hard right conservative parents where their cunt smell and they keep denying it a cunt smell, at least the lady chicks. Okay, you know, these people are stupid. I mean, just look at Pearl Davis. She's dumb as a brick. She's the dumbest broad on the interwebs. Because of homeschooling, believing in what we core believes on folklore, political, God, his microphone's got a problem. I get a new microphone holder here. But oh my God, the world is Jimmy Crickets here. God help me. All right, let's try this again. At least I'm laughing about it here. Yeah, I was really pissed off yesterday talking about conservatives there, but yeah, Generation Z is like Generation X. You know, they like the 80s, they like Reaganomics, a fake. I mean, it's all the government throw money into the pot. They keep denying it. It's like, no, it's free market capitalism. We have all the money to biz on, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, what does money do? It makes you dumber. I mean, some of these Zoomers are stupid as fuck. I mean, yes, Generation X, the most cursed generation. It gave us Kelly fucking Ayotte, for Christ's sakes. All right, back to this right-wing hack. He could probably be gay himself if you asked me. I'm so gay. Aw, you sound suspicious. Oh, you avoid pathologies. Oh my God. Each man for their own. Oh, we got our cop out. Yes, all these stains. Oh my God. Ah. Oh, Roll Transformer. Ooh.
You know, I had to go out and talk to the guy and tell him, you know, don't spray right here. And it's everything like that because you're completely autonomous. Your sewer, you're in charge of your sewer, you're in charge of your water, you're in charge of your power.
You have all the responsibility.
And you're responsible on it.
Yes, it's great, but what's it doing to your health?
Official things. So I think it's valuable, especially for kids.
Each man for their own.
My son was when he was very small. I was part-time and a professor, but I lived right in the center of the farm.
All right, let's hear some other cuts with Marisa.
And yes,
because you know I was born here in the States, and I have just seen a deterioration
Like
that
we didn't
frankly
know.
really freaks me out. You know, I
Marisa.
don't feel like I can trust the major institutions. The education system has failed us. The media fails us.
Oh, and you feel us too.
Judicial
Your lady
system
parts
is a failure.
smell.
The medical system is a failure. Do you think I can still say honestly that America is a city on the hill? Can you say that?
Oh, a funny city on
it
a
depends
hill.
on what America means. If you mean the totality of the institutions of the population, no. But what the left has done,
Don't laugh.
lost the common denominator of what you're talking
Don't
about,
laugh.
deductive leftist agenda. So
Leftist.
Hollywood, television, professional sports, the corporate boards,
Waiting for him to drop
media,
George
Silicon Valley
Soros.
foundations, K through 12, the campus.
Waiting for it. 3, 2,
And
1.
they've done that, I think, because they don't have a popular agenda. By that I mean, if you look at what people pull
Yeah,
on their
it's really
own
hard to talk about
defunding the
systemic
police,
oppression,
or the
which is
Green New
real. If you
Deal,
really look at the
whatever aspect
history.
of this 360 degree.
The right-wingers like to have their entertainment, their cheap entertainment. They want to listen to music. They want to have their own distractions.
So they have an exaggerated form of power in certain places to get things done on certain issues. But when you actually, that agenda comes back.
Why don't we just help people have a...
Usually, and although not at the national level anymore with presidential elections, the Republicans have lost 6 out of the last 7 popular
white
votes.
guy. Old white guy.
State by
from
state,
California.
American people on most of those issues, 55 to 60% are traditional American. And that's kind of amazing because the institutions for the first time are not in their hands and they're antithetical to the average American.
The average American that doesn't have a lot of education. I didn't go through... Can we just shut this fat bastard
We
up?
would have this conversation in 10 years, 5 years. It's accelerating.
You know, it's funny how these men with the deep octaves and these, you know, these muscles and all that, they think they know the whole world. You know, in fact, there's actually a comment on PragerU saying that I was in school for, you know, and I didn't learn anything, but I learned more in 2 hours with Victor Davis Hanson. I mean, that's the problem, you people. Okay, let's talk about this. If Americans are so stupid because our education sucks, Kelly thinks that our education is so great, then why are people... You know, how did Gen X... That's my honest question. How did Gen X get a high school diploma? Because if they're like boring, don't like film strips. I need my Captain Planet stimuli. Well, that might be more of a millennial thing. But, yeah, but, you know, Gen Xers are all about the stimulation. They always needed stimuli. And what happened to the freaking little Zoomers and maybe some alphas? They need everything to be fun and playful, and everything's got to be positive. Again, moderation and everything. There's a YouTuber that really pisses me off. Her name's Teacher Therapy. We'll do that next week. We're not a reactionary YouTube channel. As you see, we're not running video here. All right, I'm told we gotta go on a break, and then coming up at the Love and Relationships Hour at 10 and Wheeling on stream, we'll do that as well coming up here on the show. And again, just to let you know, January 2nd will be our new home beginning at 10 Eastern Time on all the Digital One channels in Mini-Atlantic, Copenhagen, and New Hampshire. So just and FYI, and also on Channel 312 and on the Weekly Zeus YouTube page. We'll be back in a moment. We'll probably close it up with more Victor. He thinks he's such an intellectual. Here on the Zoo. Alright. So do we have any more coyote? Jeez, dry rum here. More on the coyote watch? M&G? Oh, do you want to make yourself the story? I mean, do you want me to report on you? Alright, MNG traffic time 9:47. No problems report on the mini-big state going in the capital region. We do have a problem on the 291 going outbound in the city. There is a disabled vehicle on the left shoulder. Okay, be aware of that. On the down in Metro on the Clixetos Parkway, the northbound traffic near the Elizabeth City line has been cleared. There is another vehicle on southbound Clixetos near the other end of Elizabeth. That line is being cleared. Miniford, there is a delay of his construction going around Miniford in the state of cities. In a very red state. Mini-Land on the Mini-Land Expressway, the accident in Merrimack has been cleared. We check traffic and weather every 15 minutes on the mornings here on the Weekly Zoo on the Wednesday mornings, and we'll be moving to evenings in January. This is a mini fake news guy in the Weekly Zoo News Center. We're now going to go back to the Weekly Zoo with Stephen Clickford in a moment. All right, we'll be back in a moment here. We'll just, again, growing pains here on the zoo here. Let's just, what was that? Input. Alright, welcome back everybody. It's the Weekly Zoo, the show that is breakfast for your head. At least we try to. We don't want to be as ditzy like, you know, Joey Boy. Podcasts are for people that, it's so funny how people will sit down for 3 hours and do a podcast and not take a shit or take a piss or something like that. It's like men will listen to a podcast, but when with other men, but when they have a woman, at the point, I'm guilty of it too, but often it's more the dialogue. I kind of know where you're going. You don't have to explain every little detail to me because I'm not a baby anymore. That's kind of where I go at. But yes, but if a woman talks and talks and talks and talks, men don't like that. But men will like to listen to have men other talk to. But because part of it's because they're narcissistic and they like to hear their own side of the pretty little voice. speaking about pretty little voices, Kelly Ayotte, the wild coyote, whether it was by Instagram or her campaign, she banned a comment by yours truly, Stephen Clickford. Why? Because she's a pussy. I mean, yeah, she's a pussy. She can't, this is part of if you grooming you to be a New Hampshire bureaucrat, because if you're gonna be governor, only certain people can communicate directly. You can't have direct communication with the bureaucracy or the people in power. Oh no, you are an adversary. You're a resident. We need to talk about that next time on the zoo here. How New Hampshire government is so adversarial and why no one covers on it. So this is what I wrote to Kelly Ayotte, unrelated to, okay, this bitch. Cunt. There, I just said it again. When I was in high school, we couldn't say that word because it was a dirty word. Now it's a slur. Like, in the last 5 to 6 years, you say that to a feminist, you obviously will be getting arrested by the thought police. But me digresses here. I'm Stephen Ayotte. I've repeatedly been asked for many years, are you related to Kelly Ayotte? I believe not, but I also grew up in Londonderry, New Hampshire, and was a resident when you appeared on a Londonderry Access channel show discussing RSA 91A to a volunteer host. Ironically, around the same time you had violated said law as New Hampshire Attorney General, approximately 2009, during the FRM scandal. Your peers in the media, WZID Manchester, WMUR TV Manchester, and the union leader gave you the federal Senate seat when you should have been prosecuted to the full as a consent of the state law instead. I hate sharing the same surname. It's so evil and disgusting. Your campaign has been dirty, disgusting, and disgrace to my state. The governor's office is not a street job. You should turn yourself into the New Hampshire Attorney General's office and step down from running. You are corrupt as fuck, and you are a criminal in my mind. A white-collar criminal. Signed by my handle at C-NTSERVATIVE, which I've not used in over a year, but still, just thought, have some balls here, because this chick doesn't have any balls. I don't think she has any tits either. This woman's such a wimp. Such a wimp. Their media just simps for her. They simp for her. Oh yeah, she's a strong woman. All the county commissioners is like a handful. Many of them have endorsed. People that normally would endorse politicians are endorsing her. They're probably getting boilers because they think she's some smoke show or some perverted mindset. They're probably some old geriatric man. Because the only people she can get, the only people that Kelly Ayotte can get, are the remaining silent generation and the oldest baby boomers, the ones that have served Vietnam, because that's the only people. Yeah, she can get some millennial and Gen Xers, but this woman is so intolerant. She wants to regulate intolerance. I think she's more right than Victor Davis Hanson, if you asked me. Okay, bitch. Many times. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I know. At some point, that's gonna get a crime. I'll probably get a misdemeanor for calling a governor candidate a bitch or a cunt at this point, because in New Hampshire, calling somebody a cunt is it's vulgar. But if you say it in other states, it would be sexist. But let's go back to Victor Davis Hanson's logic on, this whole logic on, living in rural worlds, kind of sheltering you like this, just treat you like a child, infantile. The world's narrow, the world's small, this is our world. We don't share with other people. We don't have a duty of responsibility for, not to mention, when he talked about the Second World War, He talked about it from like 1930s onwards, not the atrocities that Adolf Hitler did in between 1931 to 1939. Let's not talk about the Munich Olympics. You want to talk about how our education sucks? His is a classic example of this. But again, sheltering your worldview, well then, when you go into a city, you're not going to understand it. It's too much. It's too much. Oh my God! All these different people, blue-haired liberals, blue-haired this, green-haired that. Oh my God! These trans, these fags, whatever. All these people. I can't figure this stuff out. I can't. I hate cities. I hate New York. They're liberal as fuck. Blah 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 blah. That's what happens when a rural person, a narrow-minded, sheltered, overprotected parent, a meshed, incested mama bear does when the hierarchical child goes into a city. That's why they hate cities. They hate cities because they don't understand diversity. Because all they want is just flatten people, just everyone flat. I mean, I guess you could just go fuck your cousin. I mean, jeez. I mean, their logic is so fucked up. Their worldview is so fucked up. You know, they're more narcissistic than people in cities. Yes, cities, people lack sympathy. There's issues where, you know, there's more loneliness. But hey, you know, these people who live in who are proud to live in isolation are the most evil, narcissistic people who lack self-reflection, who don't understand because they're fighting and fighting that maybe there was some systemic reason, and maybe there's still a systemic reason now. And guess what? Kelly fucking Ayotte, that cunt, with her messaging, she's doing the same goddamn thing. She's an evil human being. Victor Davis Hughes is evil. Chris Williamson's a dickhead. These people are evil. These people are fucking evil. You know, talk about cancel culture. I mean, you know, these Brotopia, there's so much wrong on this planet. Peace out, Digital One. We'll see you next week. And then we'll be Friday nights at Monday through Thursday, 10 Eastern. So till next time, peace out. We'll be back for L&R where we get really kinky. I don't know if this one's going to get kinky. It may make you want to drive off the thruway, laughing your ass off. Or drive onto the thruway in oncoming traffic. Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.